buy, or some car there's a checklist, things to do, and forgetting any of them could lead to big headaches. So what did one woman not do that had her saying better get Vaquero? Here's News 4 consumer reporter Linda Vaquero to explain. Linda?
And Shiva, in this case, the woman sold her car back in 2011. Nearly 3 years later, well, that seller appeared before a judge pleading not guilty to 2 summonses in New York City. Here's what happened and what you can do to avoid this problem. A new home in the Hudson Valley and a new car for Stephanie Dennis, her husband Glenn, and their 2-year-old daughter Olivia. They were ready to move on after selling their Santa Fe SUV back in 2011.
It was a great car. I loved it. It was time to go. It was before we had kids and we didn't need it. So we sold it.
The car became a memory. That's when Stephanie got notice about a violation tracing back to the old license plate on that car.
The notice said it was for an expired registration and a mismatch of license plate with the registration.
Stephanie was confused, so she started digging and found out the ticket was issued in New York to her old car, even though it now has a new license plate and registration in Connecticut, where registration stickers are not required.
I was able to print out the tickets and find out exactly what it was, where it was, the time, and just to verify that it definitely wasn't mine. I submitted the actual surrendered license plate receipt that I had received from DMV, proving that the plates were destroyed.
But the violation stood, so Stephanie took a day off from work and drove down to the Bronx to fight the ticket before a judge in person. She explained that she had never removed the old New York State registration sticker from the windshield.
He said, I can't do anything for you.
A judgment for $125 was issued by the New York City Department of Finance against Stephanie, and that's when she asked us for help. Why did you reach out to Channel 4? What are you hoping we can do?
Just help me. I just want this. This is hanging over my head, It's not easy to deal with this kind of stuff.
Mommy.
Well, we reached out to the New York City Department of Finance, which handles these types of violations. They investigated, and the good news is the issue has been resolved. Stephanie is no longer responsible for those tickets. A spokeswoman for the department stressed that when transferring ownership of a car, it's important to remove everything that connects you to that vehicle, including license plates, registration, and inspection stickers.
No matter how much time it takes, because it is a real pain
in this
to
case,
do all of that.
Absolutely. 3 years later, she still had these tickets.
Oh my gosh. So she learned of this violation in January, right? Did Stephanie say why it took so long for her to try to resolve this issue?
Well, the finance department pointed out that initially she kept calling 311. Now, obviously, they're very helpful. She said they provided her a lot of information, but they say the best way and the only way really to dispute a summons is to request a hearing either online or in person, or by mail, rather. And if you can't go in person, that's when you can request it online. They also say all the information's on their website. It's nyc.gov/DOF, Department of Finance.
You need like an assistant to help with all of this.
You do. It's a lot. You got to make sure you get those checklists, that get cleared away and take care of all of it.
Okay, Linda, thank you so much. And to get in touch with our consumer investigative team,